cowgirls just laugh and do tricks with their ropes as they ride. I'm just a cow next in line.
I am Dion, the American Spinner. Welcome to Twisted Tales. The purpose of the show is to search America to find out what is the best ghost story, tall tale, or legend. We're not here to find apparitions, but genuine historic tales with a twist that's been here for hundreds of years. We will examine these stories, spin them, and then find documentation to determine if they are true spins, true stories, or a conjure up. Our country is rich with historic tales nationwide, but what better place to start than St. Augustine, Florida, the nation's oldest city. Viva Florida! St. Augustine has suffered several assaults from the British, the French, pirates, also epidemics, public executions, and medical procedures from beyond.
This is the most haunted place in all of St. Augustine, and it happens to be where the Honorable Judge Stickney was buried. Right here is his tombstone. Now, 20 years later, his two daughters in Washington, D.C. call up and they say, we want our daddy dug up. We want him dug up and sent over to us, to Washington, D.C., and they did. And the minute they dug him up, they opened up that tombstone and they found a treasure buried with Judge Stickney. Yes, he had a mouthful of gold teeth, and that very night, somebody came and knocked out all his gold teeth and stole them. And since that day, he's been the most cited ghost here in St. Augustine. And every single person that has seen him says the same thing. When they sight him, he's looking around, as if he's looking for something. What is he looking for? Maybe he's looking for the people that stole his gold teeth.
You see me floating in your mind.
In 1821, Florida became a United States territory. Along with it comes yellow fever, yellow jack, black vomit, whatever you want to call it, carried by mosquitoes. 1/3 of the population wiped out with this epidemic. Also, 1821, formaldehyde. The embalming process had not been introduced. If you were bitten by an infected mosquito, come down with yellow fever, slip into a coma, guess what? They did not know what this coma was. Took you for dead, and they would bury you. And over the course of the next 30 years, the little city started to grow, population-wise. So the size of the cemeteries. You must have a place to put the dead. Coffins were exhumed, dug up to be moved over to larger family plots. Some of these coffins were opened. Something very odd was found. Very strange indeed. They were scratched, claw marks on the inside lid of coffins. People had been buried alive. The town became terrified of being buried alive. But some people took it to the extreme of being buried with a string tied around your finger or your toe, which led to above ground bells. If the person 6 foot under started to thrash, scratch their way out, it rang those bells. They run into the old cemeteries, dig the coffin up, get it above ground, open it up, and will let you go on your merry way. We had people that sat in these cemeteries sometimes up to 10 days. 10 days hoping their dearly departed would come back. Think of all the people who had to sit out here at night. Just an old, dark, cold cemetery, people sitting scattered throughout, listening for bells to ring. This is where the graveyard shift was instituted. That man or woman lying 6 foot under, string around your finger or toe, became known as the dead ringer. But if you were fortunate enough, and I do say fortunate enough, to have yourself dug up, it was known as being saved by the bell.
You see me floating in your mind.
Long ago, as the story is told, two people who were very much in love married, and as was the tradition of the day, on their first-year anniversary, planted these two trees. He planted the sturdy oak, she the flexible palm. And as the years went on, their love grew as strong and as flexible as did these trees. Unfortunately, as the years did progress, he passed on, and within the next year, she died as well. And then something amazing happened. Over the next few years, the two trees behind me started to grow closer and closer to each other until eventually the oak surrounded the palm. The legend here in St. Augustine about the love tree is that if you come and kiss your loved one under the love tree, your love will last forever. But I do have a caution. Forever is a very long time.
Join us here next time on Twisted Tales as we discuss a pirate attack of 1668. I'm Dion, the American Spinner. Peace. I'm out of here.
Back in the saddle, but I ain't got no horse. Just bucking a 2x4, trying to hold course, and the cowgirls just laugh and do tricks with their ropes as they ride. I'm just a cow next in line for the blood sacrifice.